so we've just seen how we can install 3 single sensors into a soil moisture profile. Don't forget, it is possible to use profile probes. In this case, we've got the Delta T Devices PR2 system, which has, in this case, 4 soil moisture sensors on it. So each one of these double rings represents a single soil moisture sensor, rather like our SM150T or ML3 theta probes. We do a longer version with 6, and they get inserted into access tubes. There is a separate video available on our website instructing you how to use the profile probe and how to install them. But there is another technique that we can use to install our wet 150 sensors, and that's augering directly into the ground. So I'll just get an auger. Okay. So you'll notice on most of our sensors, in fact, there's a thread at the top here. This enables us to screw the probe onto the sensor. These are well-used sensors now, so we just screw them on nice and tight. And now this enables us to insert this sensor down an augered hole. Okay, so you push it down an augered hole. So this gives you the ability to protect your augered hole so that after your experiment or your measurements are over, you can always retrieve your sensors. It also helps you install sensors at depth relatively easily. So I'm just going to demonstrate using this spiral auger. Spiral-shaped auger. And we can simply auger a vertical hole. If you have a vertical installation, water can potentially flow down from the surface to depth where your soil moisture sensor is and actually interfere with your reading. So if at all possible, when using this type of installation technique, one should go in at an angle, an auger at an angle. So some simple trigonometry to work out the angle you need. Let me put that down. And we can auger away, trying to maintain that angle. And doing some simple maths, or you could have laid this all out on the ground, which is actually what I would do. You know that you need to auger to this point on the auger at this angle will give you a sensor at 50 centimetres depth, for example, where you can then insert your sensor. So here we go. We'll just insert that neatly and give it a little push to make sure those pins, we want to make sure those pins are fully inserted into undisturbed material at the bottom of the soil profile. So now with this installation, you can clearly see that if water flows down the side here of this tube, it then has the opportunity to drain off vertically downwards into the ground mass and not reach the sensor, which is somewhere over here at 50 centimetres depth. Importantly, obviously, you'd have had your cable running up through this tube and you just poke it out through the top there. For this demonstration, I haven't put the cable on, but these tubes are hollow. So before you screw your sensor on at the start, just thread your cable through, okay? And that can go then to a data logger, whether it's an analog sensor or SDI 12 sensor, okay?